Holly Bears the Crown, December 2009. Approaching the bank that climbed steeply from the flat space alongside the brook, I registered a congregation of chattering small birds in the uppermost branches of a big old ash tree that stands at the top of it. Going up and getting to its other side, so that the sun was no longer in my eyes, and gazing upward, I thought I might see a roosting owl, caught in the bright light and at the mercy of its small and insistent tormentors. But there was nothing of that sort, just the sunlight glinting on the silvery bark and the fat pendulous twigs etched against the limpid sky, and soon enough, whatever had been its cause, the gathering dispersed. Alongside the ash, growing out of the low stone hedge, a field maple, an altogether neater and more demure tree, reaches up to perhaps half its height. The ash is quite bare of leaf, of course, even in this protracted autumn, it now being the second week of December. The maple still holds on to several of its prettily lobed leaves, which are a lemony yellow. Beneath both trees, and between them, is a holly, not much more than a bush. Last time I looked, it bore a good crop of berries. Now there is just one berry left. One of the several things on our list when we were looking for land all those years ago, almost all of which were satisfied by the small farm, was a good number of holly trees. From a quite early age, the chief pleasure of Christmas for me has been to bring the outdoors indoors. Short of space when we lived crammed in caravans, my ambitions had to be fulfilled in the pack house, with the advantage that the often frigid air kept the greenery as fresh as when it was cut, for the 12 days, actually 13 by my reckoning, of Christmas. You can see what sort of crop of berries there'll be when the fruits start to swirl between the fading petals of the flowers in May. By early October, most of them have turned to their ultimate jewel-like redness, and in a good year they do much to add to the general jollity of the autumn hedge, outshining the haws, and only rivalled by the rose hips, which however seldom come close to the holly in the way of massed brilliance. By November the favoured trees are already being stripped by birds, the ground beneath littered with the ones they've dropped. By December the migrant thrushes, fieldfares, etc., and south or westward moving blackbirds are making serious inroads into them. Since we have been here, the point at which most of the trees have been relieved of their fruit has come inexorably, if unevenly, earlier. I used to think that cold weather, here or at a distance, was what governed the birds' harvesting. But now I am pretty sure that the ripeness or otherwise of the fruit is the chief or only factor. This earlier harvest is thus another sign, though I would rather it wasn't, that change is coming quickly to the world around us. The last several years have all been good ones for holly berries, and the holly is diverse enough as a species, and our stock of holly trees great enough that there was always something to be had on Christmas Eve. In fact, we have a few specimens whose fruits are usually still tinged with yellow at the solstice, and the birds never take them at that stage. The main thing is to have a decent piece of the pudding and a few other ritual settings. The full glory of the holly is the blood red against the rich green, but the leaves alone in the profundity of colour and the faceting of their mirrored surfaces, gathering, projecting back the light, bring something to the indoors which is both earthly and celestial. Thus do we mark the turning of the year and honour what has passed and what is yet to come.